Hi and welcome to another Crankcase Q video. This is editing tutorial video number 2. So let's get straight into this. This one is more focused around audio levels, video levels, and editing a dual commentary properly. There's one thing I see a lot, it's when someone does a dual commentary, either they have the game volume overpowering the audio, or one person's out of sync with the other, or one person's louder than the other, or one person's quieter than the other. So this is how you're going to perfectly fix every single level, make sure everything's in sync, and it will be fine. So here's what we do. Here's the video I'm going to use. This is just a demonstration. I'm not actually making a video right now. And here's the audio conversation with an Indian from the actual dual commentary I just put up on the channel. Don't know if I've uploaded since then because my upload schedule's a little bit random because I put out videos as I like to put them out. So let's drag this down into the timeline. Right, as you can see, one thing actually is important I forgot to mention. I'm just going to quick load on my desktop. If we go to MP3 Skype recorder, which is what I use now, used to use okay, it's being an arsehole. Okay, let's go to something like hold on, let me just get my programs up. If we go to something like Call Graph, we can see the settings in there. Call Graph, there it is. If we go to Call Graph and embarrassing. Okay, never mind. But in something like MP3 Skype recorder, it has more options than Call Graph, which I recommend using. I'll put the how to download them at the. Do you know? Fuck it, I'll do it now. If you want to download MP3 Skype recorder, just go in Google. Actually, I'll make a new tab because I'm going to use that video in this video in a sec. MP3 Skype recorder. There we go. First link, voicecallrecording.com. Just go and just download it from here. I'll put this link in the description. And that's when what you do, you go on Skype. This is my CrankHQ Skype, and what you basically do, it will say up here when you open it, it says allow access, click yes, and whenever you want to record, you click record. Get away from me, Call Graph. I don't know why mine keeps closing. I think I've got something wrong with it, but anyway, you want it to record in stereo, not dual mono, not mono. You want stereo. So here we got our stereo. And let's have a little quick listen. This is how you're going to know about the audio levels. What are you doing with your channel?
Well,
Right, you see there was a little bit of a pause there, and we go through it here.
Some fun, man.
Yeah. And if you notice, I start speaking really quickly afterwards. So this means that the Nidian's audio track is slightly further behind mine, if that makes sense. So what you want to do, just move it out a bit. Now, either right click and copy, or click on it, hold Control, press C, and then press Control and V to paste it, or right click and paste, or edit, paste, and then drag it down to a separate timeline. You might like, well, what the fuck's he doing this for? Okay, this is what I'm doing this for. Now we've got two audio tracks of the same thing. We've got two stereo tracks. Right click on one of them, go down to, I think it's switches, nope, it's channels, there we go. Click left only. That'll mean that only one channel will show up. That'll be one person conversation. The way that stereo works when you record with like MP3 Skype recorder is that your voice, the host's voice, will be on one audio in one part of the stereo track, and then the other stereo track will be everyone else. So if you're doing like a podcast and you're ahead of everyone else, that's a good way of doing it. That's just quickly, then you click right only for this one. So now you see that we've got two separate audio tracks. This is me, and this is the Nidian.
Said in my introduction.
And as you can see now, it's a lot easier now. Like I said, it was a bit of a pull, so all I need to do is just drag his track along a bit, and it should be better now. Your channel.
Well, I'm just.
There we go.
Fun, man.
And just correct it a little bit so it's nice in the middle. I think we've got it about there. What you doing with your channel?
Well, I'm just
Right, there you go. That's a bit more in tune.
He'll get
like
back
you see.
on the track.
I heard about that. That was a bit stupid, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
There you go. Now we've got the right, absolute right timing. So click on both of them by holding Control and clicking on both. Press G. And now group them, so no matter what you do, they'll all be in, they'll move together. So, Now we've got the perfect timing. Now all we need to do is check the auto levels. Say
Have Killzone 3.
there.
Stuff like that because a lot of
Right, okay. Presuming for a second that the Nidium was really quiet, I was really loud. Here's what you do. You obviously just increase the decibels of this audio track, and like you're about to hear, it'll obviously make it louder and
Have some people check out. So, yeah, that's about it. I just want to have some fun, man.
yeah. There's a lot of people are looking for gameplays across.
there you go. You might, because when you record, you might want to up the decibels anyway, just a little bit. So I'm going to put mine to 1.5. Here's just 3. That should come out really well.
That's about it. I just want to have some fun, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of people are looking for gameplays of Crisis and stuff like that because a lot of them.
Okay, maybe mine to 2. There we go. Let's just check this one more
Yeah, I
time.
just want to have some fun, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of people are looking for gameplays of Crisis.
Right, there we go. Now we've got the audio levels fine. We've got the actual, tracks in the right place. Now we just need the gameplay. Boom, done. When you drag stuff in, hold on, I'll just delete these tracks, and you'll see what I mean. When you drag something into the timeline, if you drag it on the existing layers, it'll obviously put them in. But if you, sort of sandwich it in between the top bar and the top layer, it'll make new layers depending on how many layers that video or audio has. So there you go. Well, now we've got the audio for the voices, we just need the audio for the game to suit it. So what we do, we have to edit this first so that it doesn't start on something stupid like this. Okay, as you can see right now, I'm just going to mute these 2 voice tracks. So I'm just going to go through the game and make sure that it doesn't start on something boring. This loading screen, you don't want to start on a loading screen, and you don't want to start halfway through a game either. So you can do that sometimes. It really depends on what's going on. You don't want to go on a class or something like that with dual-com. What I like to do, if it's a home front video, let's zoom in and out with the up and down arrow keys, like I said before. Left and right does individual frames, and the more zoomed in you are, the more precise the moving is. Right, there we go. That's the very first frame where I start zooming in, and there's a plane going over my house. Right, there we go. We've started on something good. Now we just need to sync it up with something. Right, let's unmute these. And when the audio starts,
Welcome.
there we go. A little bit before the voice. You don't want it automatically starting on the voice, because if you do that, then it sometimes it might cut off, or it just doesn't look right. So go to the very start. I don't know, go about a full second. Well, maybe not a full second. Just go a considerable amount of distance before it starts. I'm going to press S to split it and just delete that there, and I'm going to sync it up like that, so it should look better now.
Welcome to another Crank HQ video.
Right, there you go. Maybe I needed a little bit more back, like I said. Maybe I'm too zoomed in. Yeah, I am zoomed in quite a bit. Let's go a full second before this. So I'm going to click up here, drag, and you can see in the very bottom right of the screen, you're going to see milliseconds. It's going up. There we go. Right there. I've highlighted exactly 1 second. This shows you the selection length. So this selection I just made, your length will always be in there. It's very handy. Right, there we go. I'm going to make it a full second before the audio, and because I've done that, I'm going to make sure the audio comes in exactly 1 second after the gameplay comes in. So, let's see what this looks like.
Welcome to another Crank HQ video.
Right, that's perfect. But one thing's annoying. If I kept it like this would be a really bad video, because obviously you can hear the game volume overpower everything else. So, like I said in the first video, let's take down the slider. I usually like to put gain volume between minus 15 and minus 20 decibels. Let's put it at minus 15. See what that's like.
Welcome to another Crank HQ video. This is a dual commentary.
There you go, that's pretty good. If it's a really action-packed match with loads of explosions, you might want to put it down to minus 20, but for the most part, minus 15 is fine. It all depends on how much you want to hear your voice.
Crank HQ video. This is a dual commentary.
There's not much difference between them, but I don't know, something in the middle will be pretty good, like maybe 17.5, 17.5.
Welcome to another Crank HQ video. This is
saying that as an Indian comes online. There we go. Now we've got everything sorted out. Right, there we go. Group. Now I'm not going to do all the stuff I did in the first video, like take away the black line, the the effects and everything like that, because you already know how to do that. So we've done that. Let's look at FRAPS. Okay, when recording from FRAPS, you want to make sure the FRAPS window is open before you start the game up. So you just want to make sure some things are obviously present in the options. Make sure FRAPS window is always on top so that when you start your game, you know if it's actually working or not. You want to know the hotkey for starting a movie, which is F9. You want to route 30 frames per second. Don't really need anything else. Make sure it's full size. Make sure the default audio input is stereo mix. Now for me this is audio device because, well, this is what I've set it to for convenience, but if you want to record game audio, go to start, well, this start for me anyway, go to control panel, and I'll minimize this for a second, and you go down to sound and audio devices, and you go to voice, default voice recording. For me it's line in, mic in, and this is the the analog pink mic socket on my computer. Now why did I choose this? Okay, this is what I choose. I'm going to go to my audio mixer on my computer, which is this little funky thing down here, the Realtek HD Audio Manager, and I'm going to go to mixer. Just go to your computer's mixer, that's all you need to do, and find line in, mic in, and set it to stereo mix. And my recording volume is really down low because otherwise it sounds like fucking TV static. So that's around about the right volume for game recording. Microphone unticked, doesn't really do much, but stereo mix, make sure that's ticked. Okay, so now we've got the default audio recording as stereo mix. So when you record through FRAPS, this should actually be the same right now. Use Windows input. Okay, that's strange. I think I need to restart FRAPS. Never change your options when FRAPS is open because you might screw yourself over. Let's see. Okay, I don't know why that's happened at all. It shouldn't do that. But anyway, that's what you'll have. You can't actually change it through here. But use Windows input. That is Windows input's line in, mic in. Maybe I didn't change it actually. Let's have one last quick look. Fucking horrible. Why? No, I changed it. Okay. That's the wrong window because I'm an idiot. Let's open FRAPS. Right, okay, this is where your videos are going to be saved. You want to change that if you want, to make something, a folder that in a more convenient place. Find it, click view, and it should take 7,000 years to load up because it's opening a really in-depth file on my computer. But anyway, that's all you need to know for FRAPS. When you want to use it, minimize it, and start your game up. So that's what we're going to do. Minecraft. I'm just going to start this up for a sec. I'm going to close that for a second. Let's see how long this is going on for. 13 minutes, so I'm going to have to move it on in a minute. Right, okay, let's run. Right, okay. And log in. Okay, I think FRAPS is bugging out on me. Close. No, it's not. Oh fuck, what did I do that for? Right, okay. Go back into it. When you're using FRAPS, you'll see in the top left there'll be a counter with the numbers saying your frames per second. There you go. Let's open my thing. Right. Let's go on single player for a sec. Too many items. And if you want to record, press the hotkey. But I'll do that when I get in the world. I'm building terrain. There we go. Right, simulating world for a bit. Thank you. Right, now we're in. Okay, this is what you see when you're in FRAPS. It comes up perfectly, records the entire screen, and it pretty much works for any full screen or application. It doesn't work for regular Windows, but it works for full screen stuff, and I'm being talked to. As you can see, it's pretty cool. Works, it records really well. Frames per second is amazing on FRAPS. One of the best recording things I've ever used. I don't think it's ever bugged out on me. The only time it's actually screwed me over is when it was my fault. So there we go. That's pretty much it for this one. Now let's get back into the actual tutorial. Okay, now that we've got our footage, we need to finally go on Explorer and obviously go to the place where your file will be held. Mine is in a Minecraft folder, conveniently on my external hard drive. Now you see a load of obviously if you've used it a lot, you'll see loads and loads of stuff. It usually says the name of the application, but if it's Minecraft or something like that, it says Java or Java, because it's a Java application. So it'll be one of these. So what we need to do, you can obviously look at the date and be like, okay, that one's the 24th of April, because it's 4/24. That's the date right there. That's the date that you did it, and that's the file code, something like that. But if you got the same dates on them, sometimes if you record from FRAPS, you record multiple files if they're too big. I think it goes up to either 2 or 4 GB per file. So if you've got multiple, you need to drag them all down. This is the one I definitely used, so I'm going to drag this down, and it built the peaks. There we go, and we got it in here. And considering we dragged down the audio mixer, the slider down here for this audio track, I don't have to do anything to this video. I can play it straight off, and it
my
should be fine.
standards as a person, what I've been brought up on, I'll unsub them people in a hurry.
Yeah.
No matter.
There we go. Now, it did record my voice. I'm not sure what's bugging out with FRAPS. It's a problem I have, but it shouldn't be something you have. I'll look into that, and if I figure it out, then next video I'll tell you about that. So we've recorded from FRAPS, we've got it in here, we've edited the dual commentary properly. Now let's talk about video sliding in terms of, the transitions. You've got a transitions tab, which got, left to right boxing and stuff like that. It's got dissolves and all this funky stuff, it's all fine and cool. I mean, I don't like using preset transitions, mainly because I feel like it's cheating a bit. Because when I make a video, I like to make everything myself. So, okay, let's get another video. Let's get this Java video. I'm going to delete this because my voice is actually in it, because it didn't record the game sound. So, now, if we want to transition from this one to this one, because this dual commentary is pretty long, this gameplay is pretty short, if we want to transition from this to this, we can either do a hard cut like
Not
this.
what you're doing, it's how you get there.
So by
like
my
that.
standards, is
We can either, let me mute these. You can either use a hard cut like this, which doesn't work doesn't work very well for fluidity at all. Doesn't work for fluidity. Also doesn't work for a number of things. So what you can do, you can either fade them into each other, which you click on this track, and at the top right you should get this sort of oval arrow left and right thing, and you can drag that across, and you'll eventually just get a nice fade. And you can do the same with the other video to fade in, which is all fine. It works pretty well, nice and fluid. I like that. My favourite way to transitionize between two videos, if you actually drag it across into the other video, it'll actually melt into each other, like really well. Like I'll do it a lot so that you can see it gradually, like that. Isn't that great? That works very well, especially if you've got two gameplays. Say, alright, I'll import a gameplay right now. I will go up. Say I want to transitionise between. Yeah, that was not a good game, that one. Say I want to go for. Let's get some gameplay. Let's go for. Alright, game, some bullshit. If we want to melt between these two, let's just cut it randomly. Oh shit, that's something you want to know as well. If you press S without really selecting a video, you will split everything down the middle of the project. So, right, let's. I don't really want the peaks, so undo that and click on it first. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm not quite sure why it did that. Okay, never mind. I'll drag it. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that actually. It's the first time it's ever happened to me, but yeah, if we want to transition out between these, look how nice this looks.
It's great that these guys can make a living out of doing this. I mean, it's absolutely.
Maybe I've done it too much. So there we go.
If I could do it, I would. Why would I go to work every day and just absolutely kill myself for minuscule dollars when these guys can make money off of video?
See how awesome did that look? Just a complete transition between two videos. Now, how long is this? Right, it's 20 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up. That's how you edit a dual commentary properly. That's how you transition between two videos. That's how you fade in and out. That's how you fix the audio levels. That's how you get the voices in sync. That's how you get a dual commentary pretty well. One last thing I want to say, if you want to get the full audio level to that of a normal YouTube video, go on something like an XCal video and listen to a bit.
Mexican or Spanish heritage.
Right, now listen to your video and see if the audio is as loud.
Have some people check out. So, yeah.
Right, it is. It's loud enough. I'm going to move the master mixer up the side here. If you don't see that view, should be mixer. That should be it. Yeah, that's it. The mixer. And I'm just going to drag it up a little bit, and that should be loud now.
A diamond in the rough called Angry Bear that I want to get out and have some people check out. So, yeah, that's about it. I just want to have some fun, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are looking.
Right, there we go. That's completely fine. That's perfect. That's edited correctly. Now, the one I actually put out, I admit it's a bit quiet because I didn't really have much video to compare it to. I'm not sure what I was doing at the time to hinder me from watching a video. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. Not sure what's going to be in the next one. And I will see you in the next one.